All right, we are live. Hey everyone, this is Lisa Torres here with the Prosperity Team. We always hang out here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're so excited to see, well, not to see, but to see that you guys are actually hanging out down right below this video here, hanging out with us. We appreciate you because you could actually be out doing something else, but you made a commitment and now you're here to learn how to get 5 to 10 leads on social media starting today. Starting as soon as as soon as we click the end button on here, we want to challenge you to go out there and start implementing the things that we're going to be teaching you tonight. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, my name is Lisa Torres. I am the host of the Prosperity Team hangouts that we do here every Wednesday. And tonight I have a very special person. Every week we actually have a new guest coming on to teach you and to talk to you and to train you. And I sit here and I pick their brains and we mastermind and we do all this fun stuff. We get some questions from you guys down below and we kind of have, try to get it a little interactive so that we could, give you as much value as we possibly can. So this person that I want to bring on, Travis Holder is his name. He's a single guy, ladies, attention. Hint, hint, ladies, he's a single guy from Panama. He quit his job a little bit over a year ago, actually about 10 days ago, I believe it was. He hit his 1-year anniversary where he actually quit his job, his full-time job as an IT technician. And now, he basically did that so that he could pursue his online career, his career of making his dreams come true by just creating, a lifestyle income, an income on the internet. By implementing certain things like what he's going to be teaching you today. And if you pay very close attention, and you really implement what we're going to teach you here, or what he's going to teach you here, because I'm here to learn too, then, get your seatbelts on. Get your seatbelts on because I know that he's going to rock the house tonight. We actually got a chance to meet in January, I believe it was, in Miami for the very first time. We were friends online for a little while. We met on Facebook. We're obviously on the same team, but we got a chance to meet in Miami in January, and we had a lot of fun. We were on the boat ride, and we were just hanging out, and we were on the yacht, and we were just having a blast. And you know what? We want to see you guys living that lifestyle too. And you know what? It is absolutely possible that you can actually transform your life too. I did it 6 years ago. I left my job. Well, actually, I got fired. Well, not fired, but laid off from my job 6 years ago. And I made a commitment and a decision that I was going to figure out this internet marketing stuff so that I did not have to go back to work again. And here I am 6 years later. So is it possible? Absolutely. I did it. Travis did it. There's so many other people online that have did it, and we just want to share what's working with you so that you can go ahead and implement it too. So with that being said, let's hear it from the single guy from Panama.
Wow, what an intro. Wow, I'm like, whew. I'm just super excited to just be here tonight, to share some of the things that have been working for me, in the past 14 months when I actually started taking my online business seriously. And, hopefully you guys can start, implementing it and start seeing results as well. First and foremost, I want to thank, Lisa for bringing me out, for asking me to come out. I'm completely honored. I also want to give a huge shout out to Prosperity Team, everybody in the Prosperity Team, all the leadership council, everybody on there. I mean, without you guys, I would not be here, to be honest, because before this, I didn't know where home was, and once I locked arms with the Prosperity Team, just about 15 months ago, that's when things really started, to really change. That's when my life started to transform because the leaders and the mentorship that's available here. So I just want to go ahead and give back, to our team and also to some people that are maybe on the sidelines or wondering, who we are, what we do. I just want to go ahead and give you guys some value that's helped me, get my business off the ground. Because I remember, just 15 months ago when I was, back in 2012, because let me go ahead and go back a little farther than that. I've been in the home-based business on and off since I was about 18 years old, since I graduated from high school. But every company that I've been in has always been the same thing. Make a list of your friends and family. Hit them up. Do home meetings, do Starbucks meetings, go to hotel meetings on Saturdays. I did all of the typical network marketing, home-based business stuff. And to be honest, I saw the dream, but I was literally living the nightmare, and it was just, it was time after time. I was investing money, and not seeing any real return. Not only that, when you have a full-time job, you have a life, that kind of stuff can consume you. Not saying that it doesn't work, but I was always looking for an easier way, because I always knew there was an easier way out there, especially with this magnificent thing you have, called the internet. And social media and all these little tools that we can just literally, like me, I'm sitting in my house in Panama City, Panama, and I could work here and still, live, the life that I want. I don't have to wake up every morning and go, to a job anymore. And the reason why, because some of the things I'm going to teach you guys that's enabled me to do that. So, two things that I'm going to pretty much go over in this hangout is some of the things that I do, some of the rituals that I practice, that has enabled me to get my mind right. Because it's some of the basics, I should say. It's the basics, and the reason why I say the basics, because the basics are so important within any foundation, within any business. Because if you don't have the basics down, then everything else is not gonna click for you. So on top of that, I'm also going to show you some social media tricks that me and actually one of my partners, we actually co-created this method of using social media to get warm leads. Using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google Plus, YouTube. No matter what social media network it is, this method can work great wonders for you. I know it has for me. It has increased sales on a daily basis for me and my team and my mentors, of course, that showed me this method. But hold on a second. I want to stay on track. I'm the kind of person that will hop around from here to here to here because I have ADD. So I want to stay on track. So let me make sure I have everything in order here. Okay. All right. So back to the story. Back in November of 2012, I really, started, taking, my this business seriously, because I was noticing that, as I was working as an IT technician, I was going through the same, rat race day after day after day. I was getting, a little bit of raises here and there. My expenses started going up. I wanted to do, bigger things, like, buy a house eventually, have a family. And it just wasn't adding up. The income wasn't adding up, and not that the time wasn't adding up. And I also felt like I was, boxed in. And I know Lisa can relate to this because she also worked in a cubicle, right? Right, Lisa?
Yes, absolutely. I can totally relate to that story.
So I know a lot of people too are out there that are working cubicle jobs, and they just want to find a way to break free. They want to find a way to break free from their bondage. Some of you might not even work a cubicle job. You might work a different kind of job, but you want to find a way to either make extra money to pay off those extra bills, spend time spend more time with your family. I mean, no matter what the case may be, this is stuff that can work for you, because I know it has worked for me. Working a full-time job, wake up at 6 in the morning, getting off work at 4:30. And work on my business, 2 hours, 3 hours a day, and just being focused, on, on my dreams and what I wanted, and that was really the driving force and what helped me get to where I'm at. So what? Let me just go let me pull up this PowerPoint real quick. Can you guys see that?
No, we don't see. You got to share your screen.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let's see. You can't see that right now.
No, did you click the green button?
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I used it before, not working. It's all good, though. Hold on a second.
When you click the green button, you should get like a pop-up
Yeah, you
that
can
says
see that.
share the screen.
Okay. On my video, right?
You're inside of the Hangout. There's like a green
Oh, okay, the
button
green
with an
one. Okay,
arrow.
sorry.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I will share the desktop.
Yeah.
Can you see that now? Okay.
It's
Let, let,
loading.
let, let me know if you still see it. Can you still
Yes,
see
I can
it?
see it now. Yep, I see it now. You're good.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, I'm just getting right into it because, there's a lot of stuff I want to cover, within this hour. So I don't want to keep, ranting and raving about, who I am. And a lot of you people know who I am, and, I'll just give you a quick backstory of, of what I've been through. But I just really want to get into the basics because I feel that this is a part that a lot of us overlook. And quick story. When I committed in November of 2012, I locked arms, with my mentor who I met on Facebook, and he told me one thing. Travis, Travis, don't focus on the how. Focus on your inner game, on your mindset. The stuff that you're feeding yourself. And at first I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, I need to know how to do this so I can make this work. No, but this is a story that I can relate to a lot of people, especially newbies, because when we first start our business, we can be overwhelmed with information, and we can have so much things being thrown on at us. We have people that are criticizing us, for starting our own thing, for trying to live our dream, and then you have all this information overload, and you're trying to absorb all this information so you can go ahead and put it into action, and it can just feel like you feel so stressed, and that's how I felt because I was just focusing on the how and 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 the how, and my results were not that good at all until my mentor, he told me, Travis, focus on your inner game, focus on your mindset. So I said, you know what? Instead of the old me would have said, he don't know what he's talking about. I don't gotta listen to him, like whatever. But then something kicked in. It said, Travis, you're broke right now. You can barely afford to pay your rent on time and your bills. You better listen to somebody that has already done what you want to do, that is living the life that you want to live. Just listen up and see what happens. So that's what I did, and that's what brings me into this first basic principle of who do you listen to? Who are the people that you are listening to on a daily basis? What are you putting into your mind every single day? Because what you put into yourself is going to show on the outside. Whether you can even apply it to health. If you eat healthy foods, you're going to look healthy. So if you take in healthy information, knowledge that is going to take your life to a new level, mentally, financially, spiritually, who do you listen to? So you listen to people who have what you want. This could apply to any niche, any profession. A good example of this is when I first got my job as an IT technician. Yeah, I knew a little bit of knowledge when it came to computers, but guess what? They had a guy in the department that he was a master at, doing the IT technician work. He was good at, doing software, hardware, all that stuff. So what did I do? Knowing that I wanted to work that job eventually one day, I went ahead and stuck around him. You're the master, so I'm gonna sit here and listen to what you gotta say. And lo and behold, I took that position. Now, I didn't take it from him because first he got promoted and went to a different department. But when that position needed to be filled, guess who came in? Hey, I know everything. I know everything that this guy knows because he taught me everything. And boom, I got the job. Got a pay raise, and went from there. So same thing in your business. Who are you listening to? Who are you following? Who are the people that you are taking the information from, because it will definitely show in your life. Okay, now the second basic principle I want to go ahead and go over is your teachability index. On a scale of 1 to 10, how teachable are you? So when we break down the teachability index, there's two components. You have to have a high willingness to learn. A high willingness to learn new information. And also you have to have a high willingness to accept change. So a good example of this is, there's times when you'll hear something that just sounds, just bizarre. Like, maybe it's a technique in your business, that you learn from somebody, and you're like, no way, that won't work. That won't work. At first you reject it, but then as time goes on, you're like, oh, okay, I understand why, that person, said that, or why they think a certain way. Is because, you when you first hear information, what we usually do is we either reject it or receive it. And 9 times out of 10 we reject it because it's new to us. So when you look at your teachability index, you have to think of yourself. Okay, where you're at? Are you at a 1 or are you at a 10? Are you willing to give up something to learn? Are you willing to give up something that you love? Are you willing to turn off the TV? Not watch your favorite show at night so that you can go ahead and dedicate that time to learning and to applying in your business? And are you willing to accept change? Are you willing to see changes in your life? Because the reason why I say accept change is because a lot of us, we're not comfortable with change. We're so used to doing the same thing over and over again, and we're getting the same results. We're wondering why we're getting the same results, because we're doing the same thing over and over again. But then if you go ahead and do something a little bit differently, then we can see some change in our life. I could talk about this point for hours upon hours, but I'm just keep going. Now the third thing is your training balance scale. That's the third basic principle. Now, on your training balance scale, it involves two parts. It involves your thoughts and your actions. Your thoughts, is your attitude, your motivation, your dreams, your why, why are you doing what you're doing, and your thinking, the way you're thinking on a constant, everyday basis, the things that you're thinking about, what are you thinking about, is your attitude on point, do you have a good attitude, are you motivated enough, are you dreaming big enough, is your why big enough? And then the other part is the actions, the how, the technique, the skills, and the action steps. Now, you're probably asking, Travis, which is the most important part? The thoughts are 99%. That is the most important part, is the thoughts. Because without our thoughts, we're not able to create. We're not able to do, all the action steps. We're not able to do the how, the technique, the skills. We're not able to do the things we need to do in order to, to get where we need to get. And, like I was saying, my mentor, he told me that a long time ago, and I didn't. At first, I rejected it. You know why I didn't reject it? Because I had a low teachability index. I wasn't. I was willing to learn, but it wasn't high. I was willing to change, but it wasn't high. So as soon as I, paid attention to my thoughts and, focus on that basic principle, that's when my life, started to change. That's when things started to manifest in my life. Things that are just so incredible. Like I just can't believe, how blessed we are. How we're able to receive so much in our life if we let ourselves, receive that stuff. Now, the fourth thing is of the four basic principles is the 4 steps of learning. The levels of learning, and pretty much it goes like this. There's 4 levels of learning, right? You have the unconscious incompetence, you have the conscious incompetence, conscious competence, unconscious competence. Now, on the first one, the unconscious competence, this is when you know that you don't know. Conscious competence, this is when you know that you don't know. Conscious competence, this is when you know that you know. And unconscious competence, this is when you know and it happens automatically. This is when you're on autopilot, when you just go without even thinking about it. It's in your subconscious mind. Now, to give you a good example of this, Think about when you were a child. Hold on a second, drink some water real quick. Think about when you were a child, and you saw your shoes, right? And you saw shoelaces. At first, you didn't know that that shoelaces existed. So at that point, you're at unconscious competence. You don't know about shoelaces. Now that you know about shoelaces, now you're at the conscious incompetence level. This is when you know that you don't know. You see the shoelaces, but you don't know how to tie it. You know that it ties a certain way and this and that, but you don't know how to do it. So the third level, the conscious competence, this is when you're learning how to tie a shoe. You're doing the bunny ears, you're tying it. You gotta think about it. I know for me, I can think about it when I was a kid and I was first learning how to tie my shoe. I remember vividly because it was something new for me. And then now I'm at the level, or we're at the level, as adults, that we're at an unconscious competence level. And let's say you're walking down the street and your shoelaces are untied, and somebody says, "Hey, your shoelaces are untied." You're gonna go ahead and tie your shoelaces without even thinking about it, without even thinking about the steps. At that point, you're automatic. So that applies. To the same thing in your business. At first, when you learn something, you don't know about it first, and then at second, you know about it, but you don't know how to do it. And then from there, you learn how to do it, but you still got to think about it. You got to think about the steps. You got to think about how to actually put the steps together, so that you can go and get the results that you're looking for. And then you get to a point to where you do it so much that it happens for you automatically. You're on autopilot. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, how do you get to unconscious competence? Three things pretty much. It's following people who are masters at what they do. Who are masters? In our niche. You'll consider, the leaders of the prosperity team, leaders of our community that have been doing it for a long time and are getting the results. Those are the masters. Those are the people that we follow, in our niche. Maybe you're in a different niche. Maybe you're in a health niche. You go and follow people that are masters in that niche. You master, that information, so you can go ahead and get to the unconscious competence level to where it's on automatic. Another way you can do it is books. But not just any books, the right books. Same thing. You find books from people that are actually doing it. And matter of fact, at the end of this hangout, people that stick around, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my #1 recommended book, for free, just for hanging out with us tonight. I'm gonna get a link over to Lisa, or we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But just stay to the end so I can give you that. The third thing is, you're doing it over and over again. Like I was saying, you do something once at first, it feels a little uncomfortable, and you keep doing it again, until you get to where you're unconscious, to where you're on automatic, you're on autopilot, to where you don't think about it. And getting to that level, that's awesome. It really is. I feel on some things I am at an unconscious competence level. And it feels good, to get to that point, because you're just doing it without even thought. You just act. Oh, let me.
Absolutely, I agree.
Am I still sharing my screen? Yeah, I am. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so I mean, I could go into that topic a lot more, and I know we're limited on time, but that's just some of the basics, that you guys can take in and soak in. At first, when I first heard these basics, it was like, wow, okay, cool. I mean, it just gives you the psychology of how your mind works, how we work as humans, so that we can better apply ourselves in our lives. So we know, okay, why isn't person A not performing in their business? Is because maybe they're at that level to where they can't comprehend, or maybe we got to work with them a little bit more. We got to understand. It's just better understanding of ourselves and of other humans as well. To understand how we actually take in information and to the level to where we get. I mean, it's amazing the stuff that we're able to do. So that's just some of the things that on mindset that I've applied, in my life that has gotten me to where I'm at. Because like I said, I've been in the home-based business on and off, and I've been in several companies since I was 18. And when I took this information seriously and I started applying in my life, like things just started happening. Like it was like magic. Like it seriously is. Like it just, I don't know if you guys believe in that stuff, but it's just it's magical. It really is. And I know Lisa can relate. I know when she made a decision to take her business seriously, magic started happening in her life. So I just want to encourage you guys, especially the people that are just starting out, just focus on your inner game. It's like roots of a tree. You focus on the roots, you focus on the foundation, you're gonna get good fruit. You can't bear the fruit and then take care of it afterwards. Like it's not gonna work that way. You gotta actually work from inside, do the inner workings, and then you'll get a good tree. Same thing with a building. You can have a good building without a solid foundation. So you know what? Let's get into some training. So I know a lot of people are probably itching and probably wondering, Travis, what are you talking about mindset? But in reality, guys,
you know what, Travis? Let me cut you off real quick. real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know for a fact the mindset of some people right now who are watching this, and they're probably saying to themselves, they're probably sitting there like this in front of the computer. Oh, I don't need to listen. Listen, I didn't come here for this. I came here to learn how to get 5 to 10 leads a day on Facebook or wherever, Instagram, whatever, or social media. Can you get to the point? And guys, I really want you to understand that you cannot bypass the information that he just shared. Because without mastering that piece, you will never, ever get 5 to 10 leads a day. Ever. Okay? So, and if you, and you might get lucky and get 5 to 10 leads a day. You might get lucky. But if you don't master what he just taught you, okay, so don't sit here with the arms crossed, waiting for the magic secret on getting 5 leads a day. We're going to get to that. We wanted to provide you with the most important aspect of building a business, whether you're getting 5 leads a day or 5,000 leads a day. You need the mindset skill. And with it, we could not move forward into the training without giving you that piece of information first. So don't sit here. You could uncross your arms now. You could take a deep breath, okay? Because you needed that information, all right? So with that being said, go ahead. I'll turn it over back to you, Travis.
Yep. I mean, it's true. It's back to the basics. And like I said, a lot of people are sitting out there like, come on, Travis. Get on. But just listen to what we're saying. You'll see your life start changing. So you know what? Let's go in. First, let me talk about this strategy of social media marketing. Just to break it down real quick, we have a lot of different ways to market online. We do paid advertising. I know me and Lisa, we're like in a special mastermind where we're mastering Facebook advertising right now, and she's the other mastermind as well. I am as well. There's so many techniques out there. Paid, free. You can blog. I know Lisa blogs a lot. She gets a lot of traffic from her blog, and also you have what I want to say is like the more active approach. It's active and passive marketing, right? The active is actually going out to the trenches, actually meeting people, just like how they taught you, in the old school network marketing realm. But the plus part is, you know what? I am thirsty. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get some water, all right?
Yes, and while he's getting some water, because he just spoke for like 30 minutes without coming up for air, what I want to share with you, let me put my screen on here. What I want to share with you guys is basically just reiterate what he was just sharing about different avenues where you can actually generate leads online. And really, 5 to 10 leads is great to start, but you don't want to stay stuck at just 5 to 10 leads a day. You want to get at 20, 30, 50, 100 leads a day. That's where you want to get. And what he's trying to share with you is that it's not just one form of marketing. You have to implement several forms of marketing, and that is how you can scale up your business. That's how you can start making more money in your business. That's how you can start living the life of your dreams, because it's not just about one strategy. If you're just starting out, yes, it's about one strategy and mastering it, and then moving on to something else so that you can implement that into your business. But you can't just stay stuck at just blogging and think you're going to be rich. That's just not going to happen. I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. That's just not going to happen. Now, if you were blogging and maybe doing solo ads, or if you were doing, let's say, YouTube videos and maybe Facebook PPC, find a free and a paid and work with that and master both. So with that being said, go ahead and Travis, I'll give it back to you.
And it's true, exactly what you said. When I first started, I did a little bit of paid, but I didn't have much money. So I was scraping and saving, to get money to do some paid, but I was also doing the active part. Because in reality, the blogging and the paid advertising, people expect to just go ahead and start blogging and start paying for ads and start getting sales automatically. It doesn't work that way, because you have to build a relationship with the customer. It might take 90 days before they buy. I mean, that's the average. In this industry, is about 90 days before somebody buys, on your list, around there. I heard that stat a couple days ago. About 90 days before somebody buys that actually comes into your list cold. So what I want to show you guys tonight is a more active approach. It's so simple that we often overcomplicate it, for ourselves, and it involves talking. You're just meeting people. Just like, you'll go out, to an event or a bar or a club, whatever, a gathering and people are there, what are you going to do? You're going to start talking to people. You meet people, meet connections, maybe you can offer that person something that they don't have, that they need in their life, whatever the case may be, and, this strategy really, started opening eyes to me when I started, interacting more on the outside, because I was real introverted. I was real shy. I didn't talk to much people. But then when I broke out my shell and started talking to more people, I seen how many great people are actually out there. Great people that are like-minded, that have the same interests as you. So this strategy that I'm going to show you guys, it's pretty much that. You're just talking. You're just going on your social media networks and finding people, targeted people. And I'm going to show you guys how to get targeted people to talk to, and to do it in a way to where it's not you're pitching them, or you're just sending them a link, like nothing like that. It's just casual conversations. You're meeting people. Maybe you can offer them something that they can use in their life. And that's why I say it's 5 to 10 warm leads, because when you have a conversation with somebody and it goes on, it becomes warm after a while. Versus email marketing is great and everything, but they have to get a ton of email and see a ton of videos of you to actually get comfortable and get warm with you before they make a buying decision. This is more of an active approach to where for somebody that's just getting started, somebody that's new, doesn't have much money, but has time, they can go ahead and start implementing this into their business and start generating leads, warm leads into their business, and start getting sales, and build like a pipeline of customers to where if somebody doesn't buy immediately, they'll buy. Like a matter of fact, it happened to me last month. Somebody that I spoke to like a year ago using the strategy, they went in and bought they joined my business. So I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. I was looking through the chat history. I was like, wow, I met him through chat. And so I know the chat.
Let me throw something out there really quickly for everybody who's watching. What I want you to do, because I said I wanted this to be like a two-way conversation. So while Travis is talking, for the next, let's say, 2 to 3 minutes, Travis, can we agree we'll come back to this?
Right, for sure.
During this time, you could talk for the next 2 minutes, but what I want you to do while Travis is talking is I want you guys to answer this question. First of all, are you generating 5 to 10 leads a day? And just post yes or no at the bottom. of this in the comments box. Just say, yes, I generate 5 to 10 leads or more a day, or no, I don't generate leads. I need help with generating leads, whatever. We want to know where you are at this point, because we might make it a little fun and call some of you out and read some of your posts and try to, you know, figure out how we can get you to start getting 5 to 10 leads a day. And we already talked about mindset. That's the first step. And then the second step is action. But I want to know who's getting 5 to 10 leads a day. Put it in the comments below, and we'll get back to that.
Cool. Yeah. So.
I'm done.
Okay. Cool. So just a couple basics before, like, yeah. What I was saying about, this guy, you know, joined my business a year later, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes they'll join quickly, or sometimes they'll take a year. Matter of fact, my mentor, the person that I joined, Robert, I met him through Facebook chat, and I mean, we've done amazing things in the past 15 months, all just through a chat message, you know. So that's pretty incredible. I think that you can connect with people, you know, just by using your Facebook, which is free, you know, and just looking for that targeted people. You know, it can take about an hour a day, you know, every time. But if you do it consistently, like I said, you build that pipeline. So real quick, let me share my screen again. Let me pull up Facebook. I just want to go over some basics real quick on setting up your Facebook. Hold on a second. Let me share my screen again. Share screen, desktop. Okay, you can see my Facebook, right?
I can see it fine. Yep.
Okay, cool. So, you know, a basic profile setup, because, you know, on your social media, this is like your storefront. This is where, you know, people, you know, actually come into your space and see who you are, what you do. So you want to make sure you have a complete profile, meaning you have a profile picture of you smiling, you know, a good cover photo. Your about section is filled out completely. It says exactly what you do, where you're from, where you're currently living. You know, just have all your information on here so that when people come on, they see, oh, he's a real person. Because how many times have you guys, you know, got a friend request from somebody, and you went to go look at the profile, and like it looks fishy. You know, they might be real, they might be a real person, but for some reason, you're like, I don't know, they don't got a picture of themselves, like there's no picture of them smiling, nothing like that. You know, they barely post on here. So you just want to have, you know, the appearance of your Facebook profile, or any social media profile, to be, you know, on point. You know, to say, you know, you have everything so you look real, so you look like the person you are, a real person. So make sure you put a picture of you smiling, a good cover photo. Make sure you're posting on your profile, you know, at least, you know, 2 times a day, 1 time minimum, so people see that you're active. So that's just, you know, the basics of setting up your Facebook, you know, profile. I can go in more detail, but, you know, for time's sake.
I want to pause you right there. I want to pause you
right there. Go ahead.
We have the stats in as far as who's getting leads and who's not. We have more people saying, no, I need help with that. So more and more people are actually not generating at least, at the very bare minimum, at least 5 leads a day.
Wow.
Some people had, as one person said, I need to get 5. She said, I get 5, at least 5, but they're not converting, which is another important aspect of, you know, doing this internet marketing stuff. See, the whole thing with online marketing and making money online, because that's what you're here to do in your business, right? You want to make money. But unless you know how to get traffic, unless you know how to convert that traffic into sales, well, you might as well just stay in your cubicle or your job or whatever, because these are the important things that you need to know in order to make money online. If you're not getting, and like I said before, you're not going to be rich getting 5 to 10 leads a day. We want to show you how the stepping stone to get to 5 to 10 leads a day. But what you really need to be focused on is actually getting the 5 to 10 leads a day. That's the starting point, yes, but not staying there. And you stick around at the end, we're going to show you how you can plug into our system, where we're going to actually show you how to get more than 5 to 10 leads a day, how to convert those leads into sales for your business. So stick around, and I'm going to send it back to you, Travis.
Yeah, it's true. It's just a stepping stone. What I'm showing you here is what when I first started. When I was in the trenches. When I was fresh, new in the business. I got in there and I just went ahead and hustled. Hustled and got 5, 10 leads. And scaled up. To 20, 30, 40, 50, up to 80, 100. In a day. And it happens. Once you master the basics. And even if you're already getting 5 to 10 leads a day, 20 leads a day, you can go ahead and share this information, with your team, so that they can go ahead and start doing this, and it's duplicatable. So where you show everybody in your team, and they can start the same way, and they can start building an income, so they can start investing, paid advertising, and like Lisa said, scale up to go beyond 5 to 10 leads. So this is the starting point of it. So let me go back to my screen share. So yeah, having your Facebook profile complete is one of the most important aspects of this strategy that I'm showing you guys. Now, you're wondering, okay, Travis, where do I find people? How do I find targeted people? There's 2 ways. The way that I started with and it worked was Facebook groups. Matter of fact, I'll just go to some groups that I'm a part of up here. Let's see. Let's go to online marketing group. These are cool. These are okay, but you're not gonna find. There's a lot of people that are just pitching their offer in here. So they're doing the same thing you're doing. For my niche, where we help people, existing businesses that want to drive more traffic and more leads, get more sales. People that want to live a freedom lifestyle. People that are tired of the BS. I would, just give an example. I would target a company like like ACN, right? And let me go to the group. Come on, internet. Hold on. For some reason not working. Hold on a second. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So what I would do is go on this group, being that I was part of ACN in the past, I would go through the members area. I would actually do this. I would go to all members, and I would go by. They actually changed Facebook a little bit. Wow, pretty smooth. These have an option where you could. Oh, there it is. I'm tripping. I'm sorry. You go to all members, and you go all members by join date. And the reason why I do members by join date because people that just got added into the group, versus somebody that's has been in the group for a long time that may have been targeted by somebody else like me. But I go on here and I just open up profiles. Any person that I see that would be cool, to speak to, I just go open your profiles in new tabs, just like this. Just look around. That's one way of finding people, right? Now the other way of finding people, and this work for any, like I said, any niche, health, any niche that you're in, any business that you're in, this can work. I actually showed this technique to one of my friends out here. He owns a party bus, so he wanted to get more customers. So what he did was target people that that were into partying. And next thing you know, we started getting more contacts. Started meeting more people, started getting more jobs, just because he went on Facebook and did exactly what I showed him of how to target people by what they like. And his business has went up in the past 60 to 90 days. He's been getting more customers because of it. So this can work for any business, any niche. It doesn't matter. Now another ninja trick I want to show you guys is Facebook graph search. Now this is absolutely amazing, and I'm gonna show you why I think this is absolutely amazing. Because Facebook, like these guys, they know everything. They know everything. They know everything about you, what you like, how old you are, who your friends are. They know everything. So as far as at targeting, you can get really targeted when you're looking for people. And a good example of this is, my niche to make money online. People that are, looking to, get their business, more leads, more sales. I'll look for people like this. I'll put in, for example, another good example of somebody I'll target is somebody in network marketing as well. So I'll put woman who, let's put Liz Angeles. Won't work. Oh, it didn't work. Hold on. Who like network marketing? It doesn't work. Will you mad at me? Oh, it's not working. But anyways, hold on. Like, I'm probably doing it wrong. I just did it earlier today. Okay. In Los Angeles. Simple one. And I don't know why my graphics not working. Huh. Hold on a second. There it is. Okay. Network marketing. And see, all these people show up, right? Look, even Lisa shows up. All these people show up, and then from here on this side, you can go ahead and pick them by gender, female. If you want to target somebody that's single or somebody that's more serious, that's married. Lisa shows up again. You can even go see more filters, and you can do by class year, the school, their birth year, their relationships and family. I mean, it gets really in depth how you can use, the Facebook graph search. Another example is Los Angeles. Yeah, like help. And you see, all these people that from Los Angeles would like help. So if you're in a business where you want to target somebody in a specific, city or state, you can do that, using Facebook graph search. As you can tell, all these people who like health, or health digest, who live in LA show up. And same thing, you can go ahead and do by female. If you, relate more to the female audience, you relate more to the male audience, and if you know who your target is, you can go ahead and really pinpoint the person that you want to speak to. So same thing, you just go ahead and open up, their profile, like from her, for example, she's the health one, right? So what I would do is I'll just go ahead and peek her profile out, see what she's about. She's any pictures posted. Find out more information about her. See if there's anything that I could, talk to her about. And I see she lives in LA. So this one particularly, I wouldn't pick. I wouldn't go. There's nothing I can. If I contact her, if I message her, what can I say? I can probably say, hey Tia, I saw that you like health. I used to live in LA as well. I mean, whatever, I can say something like that, but for her, I wouldn't target her personally. Like this guy, like I opened up earlier from the group that he's in ACN. I know he looks like he's a speaker. He's spoken in front of crowds before. You see him with Donald Trump here. So I'll message him. I'll send him a quick message, and I'll say, hey, well, I didn't mean to not say his name. I noticed you are. We're coming to be a part of. How long? And I just hit him up, say why I'm contacting him, give him praise, and ask him a question so that when he contacts me back, he answer the question, and from there I can guide the conversation. And maybe he might pitch me whatever it is, but I know with my intentions, I know why I'm contacting him. I know that he can use the information that that we have so that he can make his business a little bit easier, so he can start generating even more leads, more traffic. Because I can tell right now that he does pretty well for himself, or at least it looks like this on his profile. But I know there's people out there that's always looking to grow their business, looking for an easier way to increase their business. So that's just a quick social media tactic. Just go ahead and find people either in groups, and you can use the Facebook graph search to do that, and just pick whatever niche you're in or company you want to target. Go after that company, go to their profile, find something that you can you guys have in common, or you can resonate. Like I can even talk about this post, like, hey, I saw that post you posted. I thought it was great. It's true. I suffer from too much motivation as well. Whatever it is, find something that you can talk to them about, just like you would in person. If you see somebody and you want to meet, and I know guys can relate. You see a pretty girl, in the street or whatever, you're not gonna just go up to her and be like, oh, hey, here's my number. You're not gonna do that. First, you're gonna say, hey, what's up? I like your shoes. I like the way your hair looks. Whatever, give her a compliment. She says thank you, and from there, hey, where you from? Blah blah blah. Same thing. The same thing, same principle you can apply. To this strategy. You're just having a casual conversation to a point to where you're asking them questions. And they're responding, and until a point to where they ask you, hey, so Travis, what do you do? And I said, you know what, hey, I gotta go right now. I got a meeting I gotta go to. I gotta hang out. I gotta go, train on. In the meantime, go ahead and check out, what I do. And I send them a link, and from boom, I make them a lead. And then now, like at that point, they're my friend, and they keep seeing my posts, and they're, it's gonna be a warm lead. It's gonna be a warm lead, faster than anything else that I've seen, convert. Especially for, a newbie, somebody that is new in this business, and wants to really take control and start doing some active marketing and start seeing results, right now. And it's all about stepping out of your comfort zone. It's just talking to people, and that's what the most amazing part about this simple strategy, that is just having casual conversations. Just talking to people, and eventually, if you keep asking them the right questions, what do you do? What are you doing to generate leads? Matter of fact, you hit them with value. Like, for example, like if you're doing a strategy and Prosperity Team got a hangout every Wednesday, and you already spoke to them, you might have even spoke to them about business or whatever, but they're in business or whatever. You hit them up like, hey, we have my team's having a hangout. Come to our hangout, come learn, for free, get some free information, and then from there, they're gonna be more inclined, to buy from you. Like, hey, this is great. Prosperity Team, has everything I need. Just like when I first got approached, my mentor approached me, and he was like, hey, Prosperity Team, so and so, I went to a hangout, checked everything out, and I bought, and look where I'm at today, just because of a simple chat strategy. So if you're doing this, I'll say do about 10 to 20 chats a day, 10 in the morning, 10 at night. When I first started, that's what I did a lot. I did 10 in the morning, while I was at work, and I was trying to be all sneaky, and then at night do it again and just follow up with other people. But I just wouldn't go out there and just do 50 at a time, because Facebook, they will block you. You don't want to get in Facebook jail. So just take it easy when you're doing this chat strategy, and you're gonna notice that over time it's gonna start building a pipeline of interested people that are gonna either buy from now or they're gonna buy from later. It's all about marketing, marketing yourself, getting people to know who you are and to like and trust you. Because in reality, people aren't necessarily buying a product; they're buying you. Like when I came into Empower Network, into Prosperity Team, I didn't feel like I was buying a product. I felt like I was locking arms with people that had what I wanted. Back to who you listen to. So it was people that had what I wanted, that was generating massive amount of leads, getting massive amount out of sales. So I said, you know what, let me go ahead and listen to them, listen to what they're doing. So that's just a quick quick, social media tactic that you can start doing in your business right now. Recommend it. Take action. That's pretty much it. I mean, I can go on more, but I know we're on time. I know some people people have questions.
Talk for like 1 more minute because I'm in the middle of doing something, and I will be right back.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, like I was saying, it's something you can implement right now. Start getting, your leads. Start turning leads into sales, and you'll see your business explode. I'm telling you guys, do it on a daily basis. It will work out for you. Just stay consistent, and back like I was saying in the beginning of this hangout, focus on your mindset. Because that stuff is easy. What I just showed you guys, that's like an easy technique that you can apply in your business right now. But are you gonna do it? That's where the mindset comes in, guys. That's
Okay,
where
I'm back.
your conditioning comes in. The conditioning, because to be honest, I didn't have mindset. Yeah, I read, Think and Grow Rich in the past and this and that, a little bit of success audios, all the network marketing. But I fell off, and when I fell off, I was at a standstill. The more you learn is the more you earn, really.
Yes, absolutely.
The more you learn, the more you earn.
That's right. The more you learn, the more you earn. See, the money comes from knowledge. If you don't have knowledge, you make no money. It's as simple as that. Because a lot of people, they want to do stuff and they want to make money online, but the question always remains, how do I do that? How do I generate leads? You're here because when you saw the title of this hangout, how to get 5 to 10 leads a day, you wanted to come here and find out how to do that. See, you don't have the knowledge to do that, right? But now you have a piece of knowledge. So he just shared some information. We're actually going into our first hour. We usually like to keep this hangout up to an hour, but we go a little bit further, maybe for another 15 minutes or something if we're not done. And right now we're not done because I got some stuff to share. Yeah. So I'm going to actually share my screen and show you what you can do to, it's a little sneaky thing that you could do on Facebook actually to start, getting some more eyeballs on your website, eyeballs on your link. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
I'm going to take notes.
Let me know if you could see my screen, Travis.
Yeah, I can see it.
You can see my screen. Okay, perfect. So what you could do on Facebook, I'll make my screen a little bit bigger so you can see. This is actually a picture that I posted of me jumping off a rock by the water.
Nice.
And, just basically, when you're posting on Facebook and you're trying to generate leads, this is a trick that I have done that has been working for me for a really, really long time. And this is just one of the many pictures that I have where I've done this and generated, at least 5 leads from this little ninja trick. And if you're watching this webinar right now, you're one of the lucky few because right now we actually have we have 196 people, so like 200 people are watching this right now. Out of all the millions of people that are in this world, millions of people that are on Facebook right now, and only 200 people are watching this right now. So you are the lucky one because you're going to get this golden nugget, and you're not going to share it with anyone else. So shh. Okay? Shh. Shh. Everybody do the shh together. We'll do a shush. Don't share this. So here we go. Are you guys ready for it? Let me hear it in the chat below, and then I'll move forward. I want to know if you guys want to get my little ninja tip as far as my pictures on Facebook. Yes, yes, yes. I'm waiting. I know we're at a little delay here, so I'll just give it like a few seconds before I move forward. If that wasn't in there, let's take a, can you give an example of conversation? Okay, so we'll answer one question first. Can you give an example? Okay, we have the shushish coming in. Can you give an example of the rest of your conversations where you bring up your business? Travis, you want to answer that really quickly?
Yeah, the thing about bringing up your business, you really don't want to because, it's gonna feel like you're pitching them. That's what everybody does on Facebook. That's the first thing. The first chance that they get, they'll bring up, you know, their business. You want to get to a point to where they're asking you, you know. So if you're asking a lot of questions, you know, you're learning, you know, what they are, what their wants and needs are, and you determine like, okay, I can help them there, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you lead with value. You know, a training that you did. That's why, you know, our core commitments, our 8 core commitments. One of them is blog daily to create content. And the reason why we say create content is because we're providing value. So the first thing, without even bring up your business, you say, hey, you know, you need help generating leads. Watch this hangout. Watch this hangout by my team. You know, they're going to show you a simple technique that you can apply right now to generate 5 to 10 leads. And boom, that's it. Afterwards, they're going to be asking you, hey, so what's prosperity team? Who's these people? Like, what is this about? You know, because that's how I was. I was like, what's this? Like, I need to be a part of this ASAP. And I joined, and it was just a natural process. It was never, you know, he never pitched me. You know, my mentor never pitched me, and so I did the same thing to people, you know, that you know I spoken to. I never pitched them. I just made it natural to where, you know, give them value, and they're gonna go on your profile. They're gonna sneak around. They're gonna see a link. They're gonna click on it. They're gonna, you know, watch a video from you. No, they're gonna seek you out. You know, as long as you're being friendly, you're being, you know, the good person that you guys are, and keeping it natural. You know, keeping it real natural, like a casual conversation, just like you would in public. Same thing as don't do nothing that you wouldn't do face to face, pretty much.
Yes. Okay, so here we go. We got a lot of shushes coming. I'm ready. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so here it is. So you post a picture of yourself doing something fun by, you know, I like to take pictures of like by the water, at the beach, on my trampoline, just something fun. Just do something fun where you know that you're going to get a lot of likes and shares and comments and things like that, right? So here's what you do. And this is just one of the many pictures. I mean, I can go through my pictures and show you a few examples, but our time is very limited here. So here we go. Very simple, you know, and get creative with your post. I have 5 fingers for a reason. My pinky finger for my new team members and the promises I will never break. My ring finger for the love of my life. My middle finger for all my ex-bosses and the people who didn't believe in me. My pointer finger to pick out my leaders and lift them up. And my thumb finger to show the haters that we made it. Now this, as you can see, it got, you know, 94, let's see, 94, 95, 96, 97 likes, 22 comments, right? And I'm sure I got some shares here, but I don't see where it is. But anyway, so here's what I do, right? After I post this, and you're not going to see it here because while I told Travis to continue talking for a minute, I actually went to this picture and removed it. And I'll get to what that it is in a second, which is the ninja trick. So what you want to do before you do the it that I'm going to share with you is you actually post something really creative and fun and nice that people are going to be attracted to. And then you wait for it to get some likes and comments and shares, right? And then you do there's actually 2 things that you do. Number 1, you wait for about, you know, maybe a day or 2, and you go back to the image, you click on edit, you go to the end, and you add your link here, here. I'm not going to put my link because I don't, you know, this is, our team is actually promoting this, so I want to respect the team, but your link is going to go there. And then you click space, and you put a dot. Because what this will do is, I'll say that for a second, but as you can see, what this does is it just, when people are seeing it on Facebook, they're actually going to see your link. It's going to be more visible as opposed to being squished right on top of the tag, photo, your location, edit, whatever, or this like, comment, whatever. It's going to be squished. So this space actually leaves some space so that the link is actually visible. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Now I'm just going to go ahead and click edit so I can remove that, and I'll go ahead and put my link back in there later. Okay, that's removed. Now I can click that. The second thing that I do is I go here to my picture and I unlike it. Now you're probably saying, why the heck would you do that? Well, because when I like it again, what I'm doing here is I'm making my post come to life again, right? And so what this is going to do is, have you ever seen, and I'm sure you have, when you're on Facebook, on the right-hand side, if I just make my screen a little shorter, on the right-hand side, you can see this little feed right here of everyone's activity, what people are doing, right? Like, for example, this person just liked this person's status. This person is now friends with this person and whatever. So when I unliked, and then went and liked my picture again, guess where it showed up? Lisa Torres liked her own picture, blah, blah, blah. So people are going to click on it and they're going to be taken to the picture. Okay, so that's going to drive more traffic to it, and you can, do that over and over and over again. Now let me get back to the actual picture. Here it goes here. Okay, so the next thing that I do is I go down, and you see I actually never liked these for a reason, because I was going to wait. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start liking these. Because what it's going to do is everybody's going to see that I'm going crazy with liking something on Facebook through the feed that I just showed you. Or is it? Do I have any more? Let's see. Here's another one, another one, another one. And now in a few minutes, guess what's going to happen? This this picture is going to come to life, and more people are going to start. Here, I'll even post a comment. Thanks, everyone. Just love having fun. Smile. Okay? Now, what's going to happen is now people are going to start seeing this, and now it's going to come to life again. And now, later on, it'll probably start happening in just maybe right now until, maybe a few minutes from now. But people will start seeing that I just liked some stuff, that I just commented on a picture, and then now I'm going to start getting more likes and shares, more comments from this picture, and now therefore I'm going to start generating more leads. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now the second thing that I wanted to share with you guys is, here's the bonus for you guys. Right now, like every single week we do these hangouts, and as you could see, here's a list of the hangouts that we started doing in January. And I'll just go through some of the titles so you can actually see. She made $24,625 in 1 week. We had interviews with some of the top income earners, their wives, how to create an army of lead generating YouTube minions that work around the clock for you. A 20-year-old newbie earned $13,747 with one simple systematic approach. And the list goes on and on and on with the breakthroughs that we're having on our team and, with people using our system, right? So what I want to encourage you guys to do is, if you want to get access to these recorded trainings, the only way for you to get access to it is by clicking on that link right below this video and getting involved and locking on with us. And we're actually going to help you not just get 5 to 10 leads a day. That's weenie. We want to help you start getting 20 and 30 and 40 leads or even more every single day. And we know that you can do it because we're doing it, right? We know that, see, we asked you before earlier, who's getting 5 to 10 leads a day? And the majority of you said no. That's a big problem. The majority of you said no. That's a big problem. And no matter what business you're in right now, no matter what you're promoting, the Prosperity Team has our open arms for everyone, because we just want to make sure that our people on our team are getting results. So what you need to do is click that link below right now, get involved in our community, get access to that training. It's free, right? Once you get inside the system, it's just $25 a month. Anybody has $25 a month. If you don't have $25 a month, that's a problem. That's a problem. You need to start using the mindset training that Travis just taught you and start manifesting 25, 100, 3,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. If you don't think it's possible to do that online, that's just a mindset issue that you have. It's just a mindset issue that you have that you're struggling with right now if you don't believe that you can do that. So we want to show you that you can. So just go ahead and click that link below, and we will see you on the inside. This is Lisa Torres, host of the Prosperity Team Hangout, signing off. And thank you so much, Travis. If you want to say bye to everyone before we close out.
Yeah, thanks everybody for having me. Hope you guys gain a ton of value. Thanks again, Prosperity Team. You guys are awesome.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. We hope you enjoyed that. Oh, and another thing. Once you get inside, if you want to promote this Hangout and start making money with this Hangout, you can do that, and we'll show you how to do that in the inside. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next week, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Be on the lookout for the email or the Facebook update or wherever you found this link to register for this webinar tonight. And we'll see you then. Take care.